Living with the regret of someone you might or could have saved is a weight that time never fully lifts. It's a quiet ache, a constant replay of what you could have done differently, echoing in the silence they left behind. They say your worst memories visit you at night, laughing. But mine never left. They are always with me. It always starts with the memory of her scream, and it's a constant reminder that I was too late. Spinner's End was quiet that night, but my mind, it never was. It hasn't been since the night everything changed. I remember the way it started, the cold corridors of the Hog's Head, the shadows, the whisper of a prophecy. Only part of it, only fragments, but enough to make a monster move. I gave him that information. I, Severus Snape, ran to the Dark Lord with lips soaked in ambition and fear, and I told him what I had heard. Born to those who have thrice defied him, I didn't know, I didn't think, until I realized who that child might be. Lily's son. And in that instant everything I had built came crashing down. My alliances, my pride, none of it mattered anymore. Only her. I ran to Dumbledore. I fell to my knees before him like a desperate fool. Hide her, please, only her. And Dumbledore, in his maddening calm, looked down at me with eyes that saw too much. You ask me to protect her, he said quietly, but not the boy? Not her family? I had no answer, because even then I still couldn't bring myself to care for anyone else. But he agreed. They were hidden, and I believed for a little while that it would be enough. Until October 31st, 1981, I was walking through Nocturne Alley. No purpose, no direction, just the weight in my chest growing heavier by the hour. Then, the dark mark on my forearm burned. I knew. I knew what that meant. No, I whispered, and I turned on the spot. When I apparated into Godric's Hollow and stared at Lily's home, it was already in ruin. Smoke curled from the rubble. Screams had long since faded. My boots crunched glass and ash. I stepped through what was once a door, and there she was. Lily, her hair fanned across the floor, eyes wide open, still green, still hers. I dropped to my knees beside her. My hands trembled as they reached out but could not touch. James was nearby, his wand just out of reach. The child cried in the other room, but I didn't go to him. I stayed with her. I wept like I hadn't since I was a boy, hiding from my father's rage in a corner of Spinner's End. I don't know how long I stayed there. Minutes, hours. I only remember Dumbledore arriving. He didn't speak. He only stood in the doorway and looked at me. Not with anger, not with pity, but with finality. From that day forward I was his. He made me vow to protect the boy. For her. And I did. But not out of love for the child. Out of guilt. Because I ask myself every night, what if I had told her? What if I had walked away from the Dark Lord the moment he spoke her name? What if I had destroyed the prophecy the moment I heard it? Would she still be alive? And deeper still, I wonder, if I had swallowed my pride in our 5th year, when I called her that word, would she have stayed my friend? Would she have forgiven me and known I hadn't really meant it? I played both sides. I tried to rewrite fate. I gambled and lost. But the truth is, I lost her long before that night. I lost her the day I let the world convince me that power was worth more than people. Now, I live in the shadows of her memory, of what could have been, what should have been. Each time I looked into Harry's eyes, I saw her. Not James, not the boy who mocked me, but Lily, the girl who once saw good in a broken boy from Spinner's End, The girl I could not save. Love is not always enough, and regret, it never dies. But there's something I've never told anyone, something even Dumbledore never knew. A secret buried with her, and with it, a choice I made that changed everything. One day, I'll tell you what really happened the night before she died. Until then, remember me not as the villain you were told about, but as the boy who never stopped loving her. The story isn't over. If you're still listening, I think you're ready for the next truth.